I'm Nathan. We're live from Snap, and I'm talking with spatial creators because we're at the Builders Bootcamp. I've got Johannes Tscharn with me. Johannes, it's such a great pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, likewise.
Amazing. So let's get started. Can you introduce yourself and the work that you do as an AR creator?
Well, so I come from a design background, and then at some point I realized I want to build my own stuff. So I also leaned into development. So I'm kind of a hybrid of the two, which actually turns out is really powerful because you can do a lot of stuff that way.
Yeah.
So you can bring your own creations to life. So this is sort of what I do. I do a lot of games, and I've worked a little bit for industrial clients as well. So, but I usually just follow my curiosity.
Amazing. What would you say is your most iconic AR creation?
So that would be the Reachy Mini project that I did a while ago. Reachy Mini is this small, cute robot from Hugging Face, about this size. And it's very cute, and it's
I see them running around.
Yeah, this one is just standing on the table, so it's not scary at all. It just sits there. And I made a lens, a spectacle lens for it, where you can sort of talk to it, and it can understand its environment, and you can puppeteer it a little bit. And
I've seen this one, that there's these gestural ways that you can interact in position and move so there's this connection between your augmented reality gesture and how the robot is actually moving and checking things out.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Amazing.
I worked with Pico and ByteDance, for example, also showcasing some of their sort of products, and then Hugging Face and Poland Robotics, which make the Reachy Mini robot.
So you're not just working in XR, in AR as a spatial creator. You're working with spatial data and robots. You're working with spatial data and pass through mixed reality and different headset type. So you're really deep in the 3D, everywhere you can go in 3D.
I think it's all about sort of bridging the physical world with the digital world and bringing these two together like this.
Yeah.
And this is where all the magic happens and where the future is, in my opinion.
Amazing. Do you have an aesthetic or a design perspective that you bring to the way that you develop for spatial and AR?
Yeah, I like to take things not too serious. I think things should be playful, and they should be encouraging you as the user to just play around with it a little bit. It doesn't have to be all black boxes and it doesn't have to be too serious. It needs to be kind of playful and funny.
When you're talking to people who are in business, right? It's hard to convince people that a business app should be playful. Do you have any hints for making playful business applications or professional use cases of new tech?
That is true. So I used to work a lot for large companies that make medical products.
Not typically fun.
Yes, not typically fun. And they were large bioreactors, and we would make training applications, how do you assemble this thing?
Yeah.
But we would, in the company, we had a mascot, which was a blue butterfly.
Yes.
And that would sort of lead you the way, and the butterfly would fly, and this would be the first part, and then after you complete that, it would fly to the second part. So you don't have to sort of degrade the experience and make it silly. But you can bring these elements into it because it's a virtual world. It doesn't have to be all theory.
I love this idea that you can be effective without also just looking like Windows 97.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be a gray box with another gray box inside of it. A butterfly can help you find something, and maybe that's the right level of design to do the discovery that you're trying for. As somebody who's been developing for a little bit, who's been playing around in 3D for a while, where do you see both yourself and augmented reality development in the next 5 years? Where do you want us to go?
I want to see it much more integrated into our day-to-day life and sort of replace that screen that we all carry with us and that we exactly. I don't want to have people look down at their screen all the time. I think it should be sort of embedded into your spatial environment in a very natural way, in a way where it doesn't sort of distract you, but it augments and gives you extra information.
Yeah.
And sort of embedded with these sort of AI assistants that only bring up information as you are able to process it as well. Where when you're driving, you shouldn't get your text notification. You should maybe get a traffic sign warning that you're going to pass, that kind of thing, right? But it's adaptive to what you do. That's what I hope to see.
I have heard this idea of content that kind of adapts to you and your situation a couple times, even in just the first couple hours here. And this is something I was really geeky about 7-8 years ago. So I'm really keen on this. Okay, do you have a favorite Lens Studio tool, feature, or like hack that you use all the time?
I really like the spatial interaction kit.
Spatial attachment kit?
The interaction kit.
Interaction kit,
I really like that. Like,
okay.
It's like how to make interactions with spectacles. It's
And
really
how
nice.
you like personalize can make your own versions, not just using...
Exactly.
I love it. That one's batting 2 for 2 at the moment. Do you have any advice for somebody who is just now becoming an AR creator?
Yeah. I think you should follow your curiosity. That's really what, like, don't try to walk the beaten path. Don't try to follow the latest trend. Follow what you're curious about.
Yep.
And that's going to then help you stay motivated through when it inevitably becomes a little bit harder to sort of like push through, get over the bump.
Yep.
And it's the most rewarding thing that you can do is to do something that you deeply care about, that you're curious about, and then build that and have that in the end. That is the best thing you can do. Just be curious and follow that.
I also love this, right? Technologies change and adapt. But if you have like a style, a perspective, an opinion, especially in a design sense, that's the thing that will shine through time and time again, irregardless of the level. Johannes Tscharn, AR developer extraordinaire, one of the top 50 in the world, who's here with us today at
the Snap Developer Bootcamp.
Snap Developer Builders Bootcamp. Oh my goodness. 2026. So great to meet you.
Likewise.
Thanks for joining me on
It's been
the
a
AR
pleasure.
Creator Spotlight.
Cool.